Oatmeal could be boring, but it could also be fabulous. So here are 5 people's takes on oatmeal to show us how to level up our oatmeal game.
Hi Beryl, hi world. My name is Jill. I'm from Southern California, the United States, and I want to share with you my favorite savory oatmeal recipe. This savory oatmeal has soy sauce mixed into it. It's just plain oatmeal made with water, and it's topped with fried eggs, sauerkraut, some sesame seed oil, and a lot of cracked black pepper. It tastes very well balanced. It's very savory, umami, but it's got that nice acidity from the sauerkraut. It's definitely very savory, but I think well balanced. And the cracked black pepper is really nice on there for some of that bitter pop that you're used to with pepper.
Whoa! Calm down.
I like it so much because it is very fast to make and it's very filling and it's delicious. The runny yolks with the fried eggs gives it a really great texture, but it's not too creamy because you have the crunchiness from the sauerkraut. As you've said many times, savory oatmeal is not really a thing in the United States, but it is now my new favorite way of eating oatmeal for sure. I think people should try this if they want to try something new. It's fast, it's filling. If they like sauerkraut and they like a good runny yolk fried egg and some soy sauce, this is it for you. If you like savory oatmeal, this is the one to try, and it's very fast. So I hope you give it a try. Bon appetit. Bye.
I'm a huge fan of sauerkraut, so I feel like this oatmeal gets me. Also, look at this egg. That is a perfect fried egg. Crispy edge, perfect center, golden from the butter. She's a model. That is an interesting combination. The sauerkraut is sour. Like, how is this gonna taste? It's just an interesting addition. And the oatmeal has like a bit of a savory sweetness from the sesame oil and the soy sauce. Interesting. Come here, egg. Get cut. One thing that I put on my oatmeal all the time is kimchi, and it kind of reminds me of having kimchi on my oatmeal because of that fermented flavor that sauerkraut and kimchi both have. But kimchi has a little bit of spiciness, which obviously sauerkraut lacks. So if you're somebody who likes fermented foods and likes the kind of gut healthiness of it, sauerkraut is a great way to start your morning without the spice. I love savory oatmeal, so adding an egg, adding soy sauce, adding black pepper, even the sesame oil, something that I totally can get behind. I like this one because it's easy to put together. It took me like 15 minutes to make, maybe honestly less than that. And you have a really good, satisfying, savory breakfast in the morning that's got protein, it's got carbs, it's got fermented foods, it's got all the things that would kind of set you up for a really good day. Before we get to the next oatmeal recipe, I'd like to thank Sunshine Island, the sponsor of today's episode. Sunshine Island is a mobile game that is completely free to download and play on Android and iOS devices. Harvest some coffee. Sunshine Island isn't like your other typical farming games. In this game, you are actually managing 3 different islands, each with its own production chains, buildings, and animals. Here are my ostriches. Here's my cow. As many of you know, I'm a sucker for a good phone game, and Sunshine Island has quickly become one of my favorites. I love this game. I've been playing for a while now, and my farm has really taken off. I have ostriches and I have cows. I'm planting fields of coffee and daisies. Overall, I'm having a great time. Yay! A fun thing happening right now on Sunshine Island is their collection album. By doing in-game quests and playing games, you get to collect different stickers, and those stickers can lead to in-game rewards. This one's cute. I've collected quite a few so far. I love these cozy autumn ones. I think they're so sweet. I encourage all of you to try Sunshine Island. It's a super fun game to play. You can download it using the link in my description or the QR code on screen, and if you use my voucher code in the settings of the game, you'll get 250 gems and 100,000 coins, which is the perfect head start for anyone just starting out. So come find me in Sunshine Island. We might end up in the same guild, or I'll bump into you at the next event.
Hi everyone, My name is Ursula and I live in Vienna, Austria, but I grew up in the western part of the country close to Switzerland. I would like to share one of my favorite ways to enjoy oats with you. It's called Haferflockensuppe, which literally translates to oatmeal soup. It's a poor people's dish that probably exists in many countries, and it used to be a childhood favorite for my siblings and I. The preparation of Haferflockensuppe could not be more simple.
I have been shamed by the internet into peeling my vegetables, and I'm curious if you guys think that I should honestly be peeling my vegetables, or if it's just a couple comments that are just getting to me and getting under my skin. I peeled the carrot, but I like the skin usually. Maybe I should just do what I like, but I feel like I'm still learning about cooking, so I don't know. Should I be peeling all these vegetables?
Oats are simply toasted in some oil and then boiled with some stock until they turn into a slightly savory, thin porridge-like soup. You can add all kinds of vegetables or even meat that you might already have on hand if you prepare your own stock. Some people also like to add some eggs and stir them in towards the end of cooking, or even grate some cheese on top. The flavor of this soup is just so perfect for its simplicity. It's hearty, it's nutty, it's slightly savory, but it also has this mellow, almost sweetish flavor from the veggies and the stock. And it just melts in your mouth. It's perfect if you feel a little bit under the weather, and it's sure to get you back onto your feet.
I'm just amazed that this was half a cup of oatmeal or 50 grams of oatmeal, and it made a huge, huge bowl of food. So this really is some bang for your buck. God, the bottom of this is hot. Okay. That is so comforting and delicious, and really is pushing the boundaries of what I think oatmeal can be, because this feels like an entire meal in a way that I don't think about oatmeal. This is so good. The Maggi seasoning on top is really doing a lot to give it that umami flavor that's so nice. I did a mixture of chicken stock and beef stock because I didn't have enough of either of them, but I happen to have both in my fridge from previous episodes. So it has a really rich flavor. You could use vegetable stock. I wouldn't use water because you're definitely looking for that deep, depth of flavor that stock is gonna give you when you cook oatmeal. The egg and the cheese have made it so creamy, but it's nice because it's not the type of creamy you get from using milk. The peas give you a little burst of sweetness when you get them, and the carrots are soft but still have a slight bit of crunch, so everything isn't just a soft bite. I love it. It's such a filling and heartwarming dish. For me, this consistency is like a soup/stew. It depends on how much water you want to add to this to thin it out or keep it thicker. It's looking a little thick, and what we're looking for is a soup, so I'm just gonna add a little bit more water to thin it out a bit. My throat just got scraggly. I'm gonna add a bit more water to thin it out. I'm just really digging this. I want to eat the whole bowl, and I will. I will finish this bowl off camera.
Hi Beryl, my name is Anna. I'm from Germany and I live in Berlin. I used to live in the UK for about 10 years. My favorite way to have oatmeal is carrot cake oatmeal, or as I would call it, carrot cake porridge. It's oats cooked in whatever milk you like. I like to use half soy milk or oat milk and half water, along with grated carrot, raisins and seasonings. I like to use cinnamon and a bit of nutmeg, and if I have it, a bit of orange zest or juice. You can serve it with your favorite sweetener. I like to use honey or maple syrup and some walnuts or pecans. This dish is sweet and has a slight kick from the spices. The texture is soft, but it has a bit of interesting notes from the grated carrot and the raisins. I really like this dish because it's very warming and comforting, especially in the colder months. Also because it tastes like carrot cake a little bit. It reminds me of that, and it feels like having a treat. When I lived in the UK, I sometimes ordered a vegetable delivery box, and it often came with recipes that go with the vegetables in the box. So one time with carrots, it came with this recipe, and I tried it and really liked it, so I've made it a lot ever since. I hope people try this dish because it's super easy to make, and also it's very forgiving and flexible. You can use whatever milk you like, whatever sweetener you like, whatever spices you like, and it'll always turn out well. I hope you give it a try and I hope you enjoy.
I like the idea of turning carrot cake, one of my favorite desserts, into an oatmeal because I think it'll blend that like sweet and not too sweet. It's the Venn diagram's there, you know, like carrot cake and dessert and breakfast and yep. The raisins are so good. I just love raisins so much in anything. As far as the warming spices, it's definitely cinnamon forward. I put just like a little bit of nutmeg in there. I don't love the taste of nutmeg, so I did just a little pinch of it, but you could do more if you like the taste of nutmeg, and that would give you even more of that warming spice flavor. I like how much carrot's in here. It's really not weak on the carrot, and so therefore you know that you're eating this kind of carrot cake oatmeal. I think one of my biggest takeaways from this episode so far is that I have been cooking my oatmeal in not enough liquid. The more liquid you put in there, the more oatmeal you're gonna ultimately get at the end of the day, and I like the consistency. This was about a half a cup of oatmeal to 2 cups of liquid, and it was the same for Austria. That ratio, I think, is my new golden ratio of when I'm gonna cook oatmeal moving forward. Screw what the box says, I'm doing what my heart says. I think this is a nice balance of sweet and savory. It's definitely on the sweeter side of savory, but it's not an overly sweet breakfast dish, which is something that I really like. It was easy to make, it hits all the right notes. You've got carrots, you've got oatmeal, you've got plump, juicy raisins. The oat milk is really creamy. It's all just really, really nice.
Hi Beryl, hi everyone. My name is Trisha, and I currently live in Washington DC, but I'm originally from India. The recipe that I want to share with you all today is for masala oats, but a lazy version. It's super simple to make, and here's what I use. A half cup of rolled oats, a cup of water, frozen peas, spinach, and the masala is Maggi Magic Masala seasoning, which you can either get as individual packets, but if you don't live in India, it's probably easier to get the instant noodle brand, and so you can use the seasoning packet from that instead.
I can open this. Ta-da!
And then you top it with fresh coriander, crumbled crispy bacon, or you can use crispy onions if you're vegetarian, or even chili crisp. And then optional but absolutely delicious is a teaspoon of ghee on top. And then there you have it, breakfast perfection. These oats are savory, warm, cozy, and a little spicy. The reason I really like this recipe is because it tastes like home for me. I moved to the States a while ago and really started missing the flavors that I grew up with, and Maggie's seasoning is pure nostalgia.
I was about to use this Fly by Jing chili oil, and I just so happened to look at the bottom, and the expiry date was 2022. It just feels like it's like a little too old for me. There's also barely any left, so I don't feel bad getting rid of it. Like, we're pretty much at the end of that. So instead, I'm gonna use this chili crisp, and hopefully we'll survive.
You all should definitely try this because savory oats are life-changing, and once you try this, you'll never go back to sweet oats.
Maggi masala oats from India sounds right up my alley. I love the flavor of Maggi masala. Just gonna give this a little mix because all the ghee is just right in the center there. That just clumped there. I'll give it a mix up when I eat it. The crunch from the crispy onions is really nice. I love adding a little unexpected crunch to my oatmeal. The Maggi flavoring is perfect. I just got a big bite of ghee. That was pretty good though. If you're making savory oats, a really great thing to add is spinach because it will just wilt right into the oatmeal and it doesn't release too much water, so you're not gonna end up with soupy oatmeal. You really don't need to blanch it beforehand. Just dump it right into the pot like I did and it'll wilt on its own. Oh, that wilted quickly. I feel like this is the ultimate savory oatmeal. If you were to put a fried egg on it, I wouldn't be mad. It would definitely be a great addition. Give you a little bit of extra protein in the morning as well. I really like this one. It's definitely up my alley. The spice factor is there. It's spicy, but it's not too spicy. The onions are crunchy, which I just like love the crunch. The peas are poppin'. It's got all the elements that I love, especially for a breakfast dish. It's 10 out of 10.
Hi, my name is Leah and I live in Brooklyn, New York in the United States. The oatmeal recipe I want to share is called Haldi Doodh oats. It's oatmeal made with a lot of warm spices like turmeric and ginger and cardamom and cinnamon. And then I like to top it with a drizzle of tahini, some blueberries, and a little bit of yogurt. It's definitely a sweet oatmeal, but it's definitely not overly sweet. You have a lot of variation from the different warming spices, and then you have the nuttiness from the tahini, which kind of adds a savory sort of flavor. The blueberries add a nice pop of tartness, and then the yogurt makes it a little extra creamy and adds a little acidity and variation to the whole oatmeal.
Leah's nervous that I'm not gonna like this, and now she's feeling the pressure and the stress that all of you feel when you submit recipes for me to make. Leah, how are you feeling?
I'm so nervous. What if you hate it?
I'm not gonna hate it. I barely hate anything, so you're gonna be okay. Maybe not.
The secret ingredient, I think, is a crack of fresh black pepper, not table pepper. It has to be fresh. It just amps up the warm spices that are already in there. Don't leave out the black pepper. You might know Haldi Doodh as golden milk. You might have seen it in trendy cafes under that name. It's a very traditional Indian drink with roots in Ayurvedic medicine. And I think that translates into this oatmeal recipe because all the ingredients are really good for you. It feels really nourishing, but it also feels like dessert, so it feels like a treat.
Okay, so we have Leah's oatmeal dish. It smells like turmeric, and I like that it's full of all these fun spices. I've never had anything like this. So Leah, you're giving me something new to try.
Yay.
That's so creamy. I think this was the only oatmeal dish from the episode that we cooked with milk, so it's got this extra layer of creaminess, and then the tahini on top is another layer of creaminess, which I really like. Oh, and the yogurt. There's a lot of creamy elements to this one. I love that it's sweet, but it's not too sweet. It has a ton of flavor though, and you can really taste the cardamom and the cinnamon and the turmeric. The color is just beautiful. I've said this before, but I love yellow foods. There's something about them that visually appeals to me, and therefore flavor-wise appeals to me. I'm not sure what the right word is. I just like yellow foods. This is very satisfying, Leah.
Good.
She's happy.
Yay.
It's not as much work to make this as I thought it would be. I like that we bloom the spices in the butter. I think that's like a really nice touch, and something that I've done in Indian cooking as well, where you bloom spices in ghee. It's called tempering. I've never worked with flax meal before, but Leah told me that it's a good substitute for your omega-3s, because usually you'll get those from eggs or from fish, but if you're vegan or vegetarian, you can use flax meal. I would definitely make this again. Love the flavors, love the spices, love the color. I hope you were inspired by some of these oatmeals to shake up your morning routine just a little bit. Let me know which of these you think you might try yourself at home. A big thank you once again to Sunshine Island for sponsoring today's video. Don't forget to download the game using the link in my description and using my voucher code to get 250 gems and 100,000 coins. All the recipes are on my website, beryl.nyc, and don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps support the channel. Until next week, I'm leaving you with another oatmeal episode that we did and a breakfast episode to inspire you even further first thing in the morning. I will see you all next week.